So today we are going to learn about direct and indirect speech. So in indirect speech or reported speech, you have to say a reporting verb like say or tell. For example, he said that he was ill. അയാൾ പറഞ്ഞു. So that is reported speech. He said within quotes, I was ill is direct speech. He said that he was ill, reported or indirect speech. Use the conjunction that before the indirect statement. എപ്പോഴും he said that എന്ന് പറയണം. that അവിടെ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കണം. Now go through this. ഓരോ ടെൻസ് ആവുമ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ റിപ്പോർട്ടഡ് സ്പീച്ചിലാക്കുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? Present simple. I like ice cream. She said that she liked ice cream. Reported speech. Present continuous. I am living in London. She said that she was living in London. Past simple. I bought a car. She said that she had bought a car. Past continuous. I was walking along the street. She said that she had been walking along the street. Was walking becomes had been walking. Present perfect. I haven't seen Julie. She said that she hadn't seen Julie. I have, she had. I'm sorry, I have, she has. Past tense aabo she had. Past perfect. I had taken English lessons before. She said that she had taken English lessons before. Will. I will see you later. She said that she would see me later. Will becomes would. Would. I would help but. She said that she would help what? It's the same. Can. I can speak perfect English. She said that she could speak perfect English. I could swim when I was 4. She said that she could swim when she was 4. I shall come later. She said that she would come later. Shall becomes would. Should. I should call my mother. That was obligation. She said that she should call her mother. I might be late. Reported speech ആക്കുമ്പോൾ she said that she might be late. I must study at the weekend. There is no change. She said that she must study at the weekend. Okay, or you can say she said that she had to study at the weekend. That is also correct. Here are a few more examples. Direct speech. Bring me a glass of milk, said Swami to the villagers. Now in direct speech becomes then or at that time in reported speech. Today becomes that day. Tonight becomes that night. Tomorrow becomes the next day or the following day. Yesterday becomes the day before or the previous day. Last night becomes the night before or the previous night. This week becomes that week. Last month becomes the month before or the previous month. Next year becomes the following year. 2 minutes ago becomes 2 minutes before. In 1 hour becomes 1 hour later. So change the following questions, interrogatives, into statements. First one, are you ready? A statement ആക്കുമ്പോൾ you say you are ready. Are you എന്നുള്ളത് you are a noun. Will you come tomorrow? Again, when you turn that into a statement, it becomes you will come tomorrow. Will you becomes you will. Did he apply for the job? This becomes he did apply for the job. Did apply becomes applied. ആദ്യം he did apply for the job ആവും. Did apply എന്നുള്ളത് സിംഗിൾ വേർഡ് ആക്കുമ്പോൾ applied. He applied for the job. It's past tense. The past tense of apply is applied. What is your plan? You have a plan. Statement ആക്കുമ്പോൾ you have a plan. Next one, does he go to his office? Becomes he goes to his office. Does he go becomes he goes to his office. Can I call you later? Again, can I തിരിച്ചിടണം. So I can call you later. Was he congratulated by his friends? Was he തിരിച്ചിടുക. He was congratulated by his friends. Why are you late today? Becomes you are late today. Turn into reported speech. So you can pause the video and try to write these sentences in indirect or reported speech. First one, he said to me, wait until I come. The answer is, he asked me to wait until he came. Remember, he said to me എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ past tense ആണ്. You have to change the entire sentence into past tense. He said to me, wait until I come. He asked me to wait until I came. Not come, came. The boss told him, again that is past tense, you will have to work overtime this week. The boss told him that he would, the past tense of will is would have to work overtime that week. This week എന്നുള്ളത് that week ആയിരിക്കണം. When you write it in reported speech, this week becomes that week. He said, I went to Mumbai last year. Last year becomes the year before, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ the previous year. He said that he had gone. Went becomes had gone. He had gone to Mumbai the previous year or the year before. Went is already past tense. അതുകൊണ്ട് അത് reported ആക്കുമ്പോൾ it becomes past participle. Went already past tense ആണ്. അത് reported ആക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് past participle എഴുതണം. What is the past participle of went? Had gone. He said that he had gone to Mumbai the previous year or the year before. Last year becomes the year before or previous year. She said, I have an appointment with a doctor on the 10th. She said that she had, the past tense of have is had. She had an appointment with the doctor on the 10th. The reporter said, we can expect rain this weekend. The reporter said that they could expect rain that weekend. This weekend becomes that weekend. Can becomes could. She said, I saw Mary yesterday. Yesterday becomes the day before. She said, I saw Mary yesterday. So, saw is already past tense. Past tense ne nammal past participle ആക്കണം. Present tense ne past tense ആക്കണം. Past tense past participle ആക്കണം. She said, I saw Mary yesterday. She said she had seen Mary the day before. She had seen Mary the day before. Yesterday becomes the day before. He said, we are going to swim tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes the next day. Tomorrow becomes the next day. He said that they were going to swim the next day. Jasmine said, I have been to Dubai several times. Jasmine said that she had been to Dubai several times. Have been becomes had been. The past tense of have is had. He said, we are visiting Ooty this weekend. He said that they were, we becomes they. They were visiting Ooty that weekend. This weekend, this day അല്ല, that weekend, that day ആക്കണം. So when you change WH questions to reported speech, you have to use asked or enquired. WH questions reported speech ആക്കുമ്പോൾ asked അല്ലെങ്കിൽ enquired ഉപയോഗിക്കുക. When you turn yes or no questions into reported speech, use the words whether or if. Yes or no questions reported speechലേക്ക് ആക്കുമ്പോൾ whether അല്ലെങ്കിൽ if use ചെയ്യുക. Let's take a look at a few examples. Where do you live? Where do you live? Asked the stranger. Where do you live? That's a WH question. So how do you turn that into reported speech? The stranger inquired where I lived. The stranger inquired where I lived. The policeman said to us, where are you going? You can write the policeman asked us where we were going, or you can write the policeman inquired where we were going. Inquired is better. The policeman inquired where we were going. He said, will you listen to such a man? He asked whether they would listen to, will you should be would. Will would ആക്കണം. He asked whether they would listen to such a man. Rob asked his father, what is a stable? Rob asked his father what a stable was. What a stable was. The chef asked, do you like noodles? The chef asked whether I like noodles. That's a yes or no question. Do you like noodles? It's a yes or no question. So whether I liked noodles. Rena said, can you help me with this problem? Rena asked me if I could help her with that problem. He said to him, is your name Ahmed? So that's a yes or no question. The answer is he inquired whether his name was not Ahmed. He inquired whether his name was not Ahmed. So in the case of commands, advice, and request, use words like ordered, commanded, requested, advised, etc. For example, he said to him, please wait here till I return. Please wait. Please എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ request ആണ്. He requested him to wait there till he returned. Call the first witness, said the judge. So that is a command or order because it's said by the judge. So it's a command or order. The judge commanded or the judge ordered them to call the first witness. Rama said to Arjun, "Go away." That's an order. Rama ordered Arjun to go away. The principal told the students, "Don't make noise." That's an order. The principal ordered the students not to make noise. The policeman told us, "Don't take this route since it's busy." That's an advice. The policeman advised us not to take that route since it was busy. Exclamations and wishes. For example, Alice said, "How clever I am." അതെങ്ങനെയാണ് റിപ്പോർട്ടഡ് സ്പീച്ച് ആക്കുന്നത്? Alice exclaimed that. It's an exclamation. Exclaimed that she was very clever. He said, "Oh, that's a nuisance." He exclaimed that it was a nuisance. He said, "What a pity you did not come." Again, he exclaimed that it was a great pity I had not come. He said, "What a lazy boy you are. How badly have you done your work." He remarked that, because it is a remark, "You're a lazy boy." That's a remark. He remarked that I was a lazy boy and that I had done my work very badly. Now look at these examples. Sanjay asked me, "What are you doing now?" What is the reported speech? Sanjay asked me what I was doing then. Now becomes then. What I was doing then. The teacher asked John, "Why don't you speak in English?" The teacher asked John why he did not speak in English. Don't becomes did not. Why he did not speak in English. Celine asked Diana, "Are you at the office?" It's a yes or no question. So you have to ask whether or if. Celine asked Diana if she was at the office. Whether she was at the office. The passenger said, "Will the plane be on time?" The passenger enquired whether the plane will be on time. Will the plane be on time? ഒരു yes or no question ആണ്. So whether വേണം യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ. The passenger enquired whether the plane will be on time. The doctor told the patient, "Don't smoke." That's an advice. That's definitely an advice. The doctor advised the patient not to smoke. He said, "The extraordinary thing about the story is that I made it up half an hour ago." He said that the extraordinary thing about the story was that he made it up half an hour ago. Mother told me, "I have been waiting for you since 4 o'clock." Mother told me that she had been waiting for me since 4 o'clock. "Excuse me," I stammered, "but do you mind giving me your card?" How do you turn that into reported speech? I excused myself. Excuse me, I stammered. I excused myself and asked whether he minded giving me his card. Do you mind giving me your card is a yes or no question. So whether വേണം use ചെയ്യാൻ. Or you can use if. I excused myself and asked if he minded giving me his card. Son, I thank you. Nobody ever did a nicer thing. The father thanked his son and said that nobody had ever done a nicer thing. Did is past tense. അപ്പോൾ past participle ആക്കണം, which becomes had ever done. Had done. Did past participle is had done. The father thanked his son and said that nobody had ever done a nicer thing. Now we are going to do activity 5 on page number 129 in your textbook. Can you help me with this problem? Reena asked me. Now we are going to change that into reported speech. Reena asked me if I can or could or will help her with that problem, which is the correct answer. Reena asked me is past tense, so can changes into could. Reena asked me if I could help her with the problem, with that problem. This problem becomes that problem. Mary said, I don't like spicy food. Don't changes into didn't. Present in a past tense ആക്കുക. Mary said is past tense, so don't changes into didn't. Mary said that she didn't like spicy food. Celine asked Diana, are you at the office? That's a yes or no question. Celine asked Diana where, if, or she was at the office. The answer is if. Yes or no question ആകുമ്പോൾ if അല്ലെങ്കിൽ whether ആണ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Celine asked Diana if she was at the office. Sanjay asked me, what are you doing now? Now becomes then. Remember, now becomes then. This day becomes that day. Yesterday becomes the previous day or the day before. Sanjay inquired what I was doing then. Now becomes then. May I come in? Mani asked the teacher. What is the past tense of may? It is might. Mani requested the teacher if he might come in. Naushad said to me, I was playing football when you called. I was playing is past tense. Change that into past participle. Past tense ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിനെ past participle ആക്കുക. Naushad told me that he had been playing football when I called. Alex said, I am going to Hyderabad tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes the next day. Tomorrow becomes the next day. Alex said that he was going to Hyderabad the next day. I posted the report last week, Ravi told the manager. Last week becomes previous week or the week before. Ravi told the manager that he had posted the report the previous week. The teacher asked John, why don't you speak in English? The teacher asked John why he didn't speak in English. Don't becomes didn't. And John becomes he. The principal told the students, don't make noise. That's an order. The principal ordered the students not to make noise. She said, where is the bus stop? She asked, where is the bus stop? That's wrong. Where the bus stop be? Wrong. Where stops the bus? Wrong. Where the bus stop was is correct. Where is the bus stop becomes where the bus stop was. The passenger said, will the plane be on time? Will the plane be on time? The passenger said. The passenger inquired. Will the plane be on time is a yes or no question. So whether the plane would be on time. Will in the past tense would be on time. He said the weather is colder than usual. He said that the weather was colder than usual. Is colder becomes was colder. The baker said, I am hungry. The baker said that he was hungry. Are you sure? I asked her. Again, are you sure is a yes or no question. If അല്ലെങ്കിൽ whether ആണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. I asked her if she was sure. I asked her if she was sure, because are you sure is a yes or no question. The doctor told the patient, don't smoke. That's an advice. The doctor advised the patient not to smoke. Suggested activity 3. This exercise is very simple. Fill up the correct form of the verbs in the reported sentences. Ramya asked, can you meet me at Swami's cafe today? Today becomes that day. Can becomes could. Can in the past tense could done. Ramya asked if I could meet her at Swami's cafe that day. Can you meet me at Swami's cafe that day is a yes or no question. So you have to use if for whether. So if I could meet her at Swami's cafe that day. Susan said the food is very delicious here. Here becomes there. Here becomes there. And what is the past tense of is? Was. Susan said that the food was very delicious there. Rahman said, I'm going to ride my bike to work tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes the next day. I am going becomes he was going. Rahman said that he was going to ride his bike to work the next day. Jasmine said, I have been to Dubai several times. Jasmine said that she had been. Have been becomes had been to Dubai several times. Hari said, I forgot to call my mother. Forgot is already past tense. You have to change it into past participle. Hari said that he had forgotten to call his mother. Kartika said, I can teach you how to edit videos. Kartika said that she could. Can becomes could. Teach me how to edit videos. Michael said, I want to visit Taj Mahal one day. Want becomes wanted. Michael said that he wanted to visit Taj Mahal one day. Balance both said the meeting will start at 2 p.m. Will in the past tense would done. Balance both said that the meeting would start at 2 p.m. Mother told me I have been waiting for you since 4 o'clock. Have been becomes had been. Mother told me that she had been waiting for me since 4 o'clock. Page number 133. Activity 6 you can do as homework. Here are some more examples. Rob asked his father what is a staple. Is was avanam. And you also have to change the order. Rob asked his father what a stable was. What a stable was. Question sentence ആക്കുമ്പോൾ you have to change the word order. What is a stable becomes what a stable was. Rob, his father, called. We have to get up, son, even if it is Christmas. Rob's father called him and said that they had to get up even if it was Christmas. Excuse me, I stammered. Would you turn that into reported speech? I excused myself. I excused myself. But do you mind giving me your card? I excused myself and stammered whether he minded giving me his card. He said, the third extraordinary thing about the story is that I made it up half an hour ago. He said that the third extraordinary thing about the story was that he made it up half an hour before. Ago becomes before. Ago becomes before. Son, I thank you. No, nobody ever did a nicer thing. Father thanked the son and said that nobody had ever done a nicer thing. Did is already past tense, so you have to change it into past participle. Had done, had ever done a nicer thing. That is all for today's class. Thank you.